Where are you? I've got the drinks from the bar, so I just need to know where you've gone to sit so that I can give them to you. Andrew, I really can't hold this many drinks for too long. I kind of really need to know where you're sitting.
What?
I was just wondering where you'd gone.
Oh, well, me and a few of my friends met this guy who told us all about this secret club in town, like one of those pop-up places that are only around for one night. So we decided to go to it. We're on the way there now. It's gonna be awesome.
Wait, what? So you just ditched me?
Well, it was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I didn't really have time to come and get you because the guy was leaving for the club then and there. I didn't want to be left behind.
Andrew, the only reason I came out tonight was to spend some time with you. We have hardly spent any time together lately, and even though this wasn't ideal as it was with your friends, I thought that we would be able to spend at least a little bit of time together. Instead, you've left me all alone, around with a tray full of drinks, which just cost me like $30 as I got around for everyone, with no one to actually talk to or watch my back.
Well, you're a grown-up, aren't you? You could just talk to some of the women in the bar or make your way home. It doesn't really matter what you do.
Do you know what happens to women who make their way home by themselves? What the most common thing to happen to a woman on her own is? 'Cause let me tell you, it isn't good. I know that I'm an adult, but that doesn't mean I'm comfortable walking home by myself at night.
Well then, get a taxi.
Are you even listening to me? Do you not care how I feel?
Look, I never wanted you to come out with me and my friends anyway. I just wanted a fun night out with the guys, and you had to join in and ruin it. So if you have to go home, then I don't see how that's my problem. I mean, you could even message some of your friends to meet you at the bar if you want. Just do whatever you want.
I see. Very well.
Oh, come on, don't start being all grumpy now. I really can't be bothered to deal with your moods. I'm trying to have a good night here, and I don't need you ruining it. If you're gonna act like a grumpy witch, then I might just spend the night at Thompson's. You'll let me crash at his place while you stop overreacting.
Overreacting? You know what? Do whatever you want. Just know that you're not welcome in the bedroom tonight. You can sleep on the sofa.
Seriously? You're actually gonna make me sleep on the sofa the night before we're due to go away with my family? I'm really gonna need to sleep in a good and comfy bed tonight if we're traveling tomorrow, so you can't kick me out of it tonight.
Well, tough. Look, Andrew, what you've done tonight is really selfish, rude, and just downright mean. I'm not in the mood to deal with you anymore tonight. So you can sleep on the sofa or stay over at one of your friends' houses. It's your choice.
You're being really mean, Willow. Why can't you just be cool?
Well, Andrew, I guess I'm just not a cool person.
You got that right.
Whatever. Just leave me alone now, Andrew. I don't want to talk to you anymore tonight. And please, don't drink too much more. We do have a flight to catch tomorrow, and I don't want you hungover in front of your parents, because your mom will just blame me for your condition.
Yeah, whatever, I know. There's no need to keep going on about it all the time.
Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow.
Whatever.
Seriously, Andrew? Ditching me again? This isn't funny. I'm still angry with you for last night. Why aren't you waiting where I left you? Are your parents with you as well?
Oh, hey, Willow. Yeah, my mom and dad are with me. We're all okay.
Well, that's good, but where are you? I thought you were waiting for me?
Oh yeah, about that. Our gate number was called, so me, mom, and dad...
That shouldn't have happened. Our flight isn't until 1.
Oh, yeah, it was originally that time, but to be honest, I am still kinda angry at you for making me sleep on the sofa last night. So I decided to change mine and my parents' flight to an earlier time.
You what?
Yeah, you heard me. I really didn't want to have to spend an entire flight next to someone who really annoyed me, so I changed the flight time so that I could just relax and chill without your constant annoying presence.
Are you actually kidding me right now? What have you got to be annoyed about? I'm the one who was ditched at a bar with no one but myself to look out for me.
Oh, lighten up, will ya? It's a vacation. It's a time to relax and just unwind a little bit. Besides, I have every right to be annoyed considering you left me on the sofa. I told my mom about that, by the way, and she totally agrees that you completely overreacted and that you should have let me sleep in the bed to get a good night's rest.
Oh, so now we're getting your parents involved in all of our arguments? How is that fair? I mean, of course she's going to back you up, no matter what.
That's not true.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Well, it's not my fault. My mom would only agree with me if she truly thought that I was in the right, which she clearly does.
Surprise, surprise.
Are you implying that my mom's a liar? That she would willingly lie just to put me in the right?
Well, to be honest, yeah, I am. To be completely honest, in fact, she has done it before on numerous occasions. No matter what you do, you are always in the right, and it's everyone else who is in the wrong. It's so annoying. Not to mention that your mother clearly hates me, as she always makes snide comments towards me whenever I have to spend time with her.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to get over it now, won't you? You've got plenty of time to do that as well on the flight over. A couple hours to make sure behavior is all okay, and you're not going to be arguing with my mom the entire time. I won't be having that because I simply want to relax, so you better not start anything.
I better not start anything?
Well, yeah, obviously my mom hasn't done anything wrong, and even if she said something you didn't like, I'm not going to argue with her about it. She's my mom. You'll just have to suck it up and take whatever she says on the chin. I mean, it might even be some advice that you need in order to become a better wife. God knows you're hardly winning Wife of the Year at the moment.
Excuse you?
Don't act so surprised. I mean, honestly, you've not got a job, so you're not earning any money to put towards the house, and you don't even clean and tidy the place whilst you're at home. I bet that all you do is sit around, watching TV, and scrolling on your social media. You never do anything a wife should do, and frankly, I'm sick of it. You need to start acting like a proper wife and at least have dinner waiting for me when I get home from work on an evening.
Oh, don't start. I do more than you know. I clean the house whilst I'm at home, along with constantly searching for a new job. I wasn't going to tell you, but I've even been asked to interview at a place that I applied for. I wanted to do the interview first, and then I would have told you what I'd been doing after I got accepted. If I did.
Well, then, that's good. Why are you being so annoying and complaining so much?
I think I'm allowed to be a bit annoyed at the fact that my husband has ditched me for the second time in 2 days, so that he can do something more fun whilst I'm left on my own in awkward and uncomfortable situations.
It's not even that bad. So we'll be on different flights. So what? It's not like we would have talked to each other if we'd been on the same flight. I would have watched a film and you would have gone to sleep. So it's not even like you're missing out on anything. It's not that big of a deal.
God, it's not that simple, Andrew. All you're thinking about is yourself. I thought that we were a couple. That means that we need to think about one another and do things that benefit each other, not just ourselves. Yes, we might be in an argument, but the way to solve it is not to jet off on a different plane without me.
Oh, don't start, please. I just want to enjoy myself this holiday.
What did your parents say when you decided to take a flight without me?
Oh, I just told them that you were completely hungover and that you wouldn't be any fun to fly with. Also, that you couldn't deal with my mom's criticism today either.
You what?
It was the only thing that I could think of, but it's not entirely untrue, is it? I mean, you don't want to deal with my mom today, do you?
That doesn't matter. You don't tell her that. I wouldn't tell my mom that you didn't like her and that you didn't want to talk to her. God, now I bet your mom probably thinks I'm a horrible person.
Well, she's not your biggest fan, that's for sure.
God, Andrew, why would you do that?
I've already told you, I couldn't think of anything else.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, whatever you particularly care, to be honest. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. I'm being called aboard now, so I'm turning my phone to flight mode. I'll see you when we land, maybe? Oh, and if you do decide to come, make sure you stop being so crabby, okay?
Andrew, wait. Andrew?
So, Willow, did you decide to come? If so, then me, Mom, and Dad are gonna head off to the beach. You're gonna either have to wait for us at the hotel or come and find us, as we're not waiting for you. Also, you're gonna have to sleep in a different hotel room. The hotel mixed up the rooms and gave us an upgrade, but it only has 2 bedrooms, and my mom doesn't feel comfortable with us sleeping in the same bed, okay? Willow?
What?
What do you mean, what? Did you see my messages?
Oh, those. Yeah, I did.
Okay then, so what are you doing? Are you on your way?
Nah.
Huh? You aren't on the flight?
Nope.
Why?
Why? Well, why would I want to go and spend all of my time with a bunch of people who don't even like me? I mean, you're supposed to be my husband and support me and actually want to be with me, and yet you continually ditch me to do whatever stupid thing it is you want to do. And then you whine and moan about me being the unfair one. Not to mention how you've made me look like a complete witch to your mom. She thinks I'm the one who's horrible to you when it's the complete opposite way around. So, again, why would I want to spend a week away with a bunch of people who would rather moan and complain about me instead of actually taking a good long look at themselves and seeing how they can work on their flaws?
I don't have any flaws, and neither does my mom.
Uh-huh, sure.
Well, you know what? Fine. I don't want you coming on this holiday anyway. I mean, it's not like you're actually a part of my family anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's no blood relation between you and my family. It's clear that you don't belong in our family.
Okay, I'm off to my parents' house.
Huh?
Well, let's be honest. This relationship isn't really working for either of us anymore, is it?
What do you mean?
You don't love me, do you?
Well, to be completely honest, no, not anymore. I find you annoying and boring. Who would want to spend time with someone like that? I was gonna wait until we got back from the strip to tell you, but I guess now is a good time as ever. I was just hoping to get a good holiday out of this.
And I find you shallow, self-absorbed, and selfish. Also kind of dim-witted and boring to talk to.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Let's face it, the extent of your conversations don't really stray to anything more than the latest Love Island episode or what hot girl you saw at the gym. I would like to talk to someone with a bit more substance.
Well, that's not fair. I can talk about politics and stuff too.
Look, I'm not trying to bash you for it. If that's what you like, then fine. That's just who you are, and you shouldn't have to change that for anyone. But I'm not going to stick around just to be humiliated and disgraced anymore. I'm going to find someone who actually values me for me. Someone who likes to talk to me, and who won't just ditch me at the drop of a hat.
Oh, that's what this is all about. You're still just angry about me ditching you. This is just some elaborate ploy to try and scare me.
It's really not, Andrew.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
Okay, I want a divorce.
What?
You said prove it. This is the most solid way that I can do that.
But...
I'll have the papers sent over to you ASAP. They should be at the house by the time that you get back. All you'll have to do is sign them.
And what if I don't want to?
Then I'll take you to court.
It's gonna take a lot to get the judge to grant you the divorce.
Somehow, when I show them the evidence of you cheating on me, I think they'll rule in my favor.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't think I knew about that, did you? Yeah, I know all about Rose. She even came round to the house the other week to tell me that she was going to take you from me. I'll gladly let her have you, though.
But that's not...
What? That's not how you wanted things to go? Oh well, things don't always go the way that you want them to. You'll just have to deal with that now. Oh, and just so you know, because I paid for this holiday on my credit card, I've called up the bank and told them that I want to dispute it. They've canceled all of the charges, and so you'll be charged the full amount before you leave the hotel.
No, that's not fair. You can't do that.
Actually, yes, I can. Goodbye, Andrew.
Hang on, what?
Even though I didn't end up going on the trip, I still treated myself to a little weekend getaway as a way to help me feel better after everything that happened. After Andrew got back from the trip, I sent him the divorce papers. Once that was done, it was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I was finally free to pursue what I wanted to do without having to worry about Andrew and what he was up to, or whether he was going to ditch me at a moment's notice. He signed the papers, albeit reluctantly, because he knew that a judge would rule in my favor if it went to court. As for Andrew, I heard his trip wasn't too great after his parents found out what had happened between us. They hated the fact that they would now have to pay for their holiday as I had taken my money back. Once they got home, I also learned that Andrew was quickly fired from his job for stealing. He's lucky he wasn't taken to court over it. However, he does have to pay the company back for everything he took, which is costing him a fair bit of his wage. Maybe he'll finally learn that going to clubs and having fun all the time isn't the best way to spend life, especially when it costs you everything else.